Hello YouTube, Crazy Robot Lady here with part 2 of Jill Free Will. Apparently I did not do such a good job explaining what this series is actually about, so I'm back to do that. Jill Free Will is basically Jill operating completely on her own. I am not going to respond to her. I am not going to interact with her other than to do the special lift method that I have to do these days to get her tape to work properly. Oh my God, and that bug is driving me crazy. I don't like flying bugs, guys. So, as soon as I set her up, I'm getting out of here. I don't want that thing anywhere near me. Okay. Jill, you're not holding Corky anymore. Okay, so today's adventure is going to be Jill Babysits. So let's get going. Go.
Hi everybody, my name is Jill and I'm a lot like you. I'm a lot like you. I can move my head and arms real well. A lot like you, I'm a lot like you. I can sing and talk with these. And I choose how I work my way to sexy. I'm a lot like you, a lot like you. Hi, it's me, your friend Jill. Guess who just called? Mrs. Parker. She wants us to babysit for Josh in about 5 minutes. What do you think? You want to come with me? Yes or no? Hey, talk to me, okay? I knew I could count on you. Now, here's what we should do. Let's take some stuff over to Josh's house to entertain him, because babies can get cranky. Like I always take my puppet, because Josh just adores them. What else should we take? How about one of your stuffed animals? Or a radio? Or maybe the storybook of mine? You decide. Should we take a stuffed animal, a radio, or my book? Can't decide? That's okay. I'd love to take my storybook because I remember how much I liked to be read to when I was little. This is going to be so much fun. Let's see. What time is it? Oops, no watch. Oh well, it must be time to go. Tell you what, I'll go over to Mrs. Parker's house and you gather up all of our babysitting stuff. Bring my puppets, my smock, and whatever else you think we'll need. Then meet me there when you're ready. Oh wait, I forgot. I'm not supposed to open the door for strangers when I'm babysitting. It's one of Mrs. Parker's rules. So we'll need a secret password. Let's make up a sentence about food. You can see where my head's at. Which do you like better? Pizza or hamburgers? Can't decide? Well, you know me. Hamburgers are my weakness. So when you come over, just say, I love hamburgers. No, Jill. Be sure to say go, Jill, real loud. Then I'll know it's you. Bye. See you in a few minutes. Hi again. Boy, am I glad you're here. You should see the note Mrs. Parker left me. She says, Dear Jill, help yourself to anything you can find to eat in the kitchen. And there are 20 million bags of chips and snacks out there. You've got to help me control myself so I don't totally hog out. Anyway, I bet we'll be too busy with Josh to even think of eating. But the main thing is, did you bring my smock? Because babies are so messy. Tell me, yes or no? Don't worry. It doesn't really matter. If Josh drools too much, you can hold him for a while. Just kidding. You know me. Anyway, do me a favor. Why don't you go see if Josh is still sleeping? Do you need more time? Yes or no? No problem. I'll just wait for a minute while you finish. You sure are quick. Yay. Hey, did you hear a noise? I'm not sure, but it might have been Josh waking up. What do you think? Is he awake or is he asleep? He's awake. Oh, Joshy, look who's here. It's us. Your two favorite babysitters. Go ahead and pick him up. I think he likes you best. Can you believe how small his fingers are? Babies are so cute. You know, this is my favorite part of babysitting. When Josh first wakes up, he's always in a good mood then. And that's when we have the best times. Did I ever tell you about the first time I took care of him? Do you remember? Yes or no? Can't remember? Well, maybe I told you a long time ago. Oh yeah, I forgot. You know all my secrets, so it's only fair if you tell me yours. Like, here's something I always wanted to ask you. Do you like Josh's name? Yes or no?
That's one I've never heard before.
I think it's okay, but when Mrs. Parker was pregnant, I was hoping she'd have a baby girl. I had 3 names picked out, and all of them started with J. What's your favorite J name for a girl? Jennifer was my first choice. My choices were Jennifer, Jessica, and Juliet. And I bet Mrs. Parker would have picked one of those names, because her first name starts with a J too. It's Jones. What do you want to do with Josh today? Let's see. I could do my puppet show for him. And you know me, I love a good audience. Or if you brought the storybook, we could read it to him. You decide. Should we do a puppet show or read the storybook? Can't decide? Then I'll choose. A puppet show. I could use your help on this, if you don't mind. First, why don't you put Josh somewhere where he can see me real well? Then if you could please put my bunny puppet on my right hand, this one, and put the bear puppet on my left hand, this one. And when we're ready, just say, go, Jill. This is a story about a bunny and a bear who lived in a large, dark forest. The kind of forest people move into when they want to be in fairy tales. The bunny and the bear were very different. I'm big. I'm loud. I'm strong. I'm quick. I'm cute. You've got to be kidding. The bear and the bunny wanted to be friends, but they thought they couldn't because they had nothing in common. How can I be friends with someone who doesn't like carrots? Carrots? That's rabbit food. Suddenly, Mr. Bunny saw something on the ground. What can it be? It's a package, of course. I know it's a package, but who is it for? It must be for me. This is my lucky day.
Boy, do I love to receive packages in the mail.
How do you know the package is for you, Mr. Bear?
Simple, Mr. Bunny. Because the package says to Boris, and my name is Boris. Boris Bear. I wonder what's in it. I hope it's a new pair of sandals. I'm getting tired of walking around barefooted.
Don't you dare open my package!
Your package, Mr. Bunny?
I may be Mr. Bunny to you, but my real name is Boris Bunny.
Boris Bunny? Impossible. Boris is the name of someone big and strong and loud and fuzzy.
No way! Boris is the name of someone small and soft and gentle who can run like the wind. Boris Bunny and Boris Bear stared angrily at each other. Even longer than that. But my hands are getting tired. Finally, they decided to open the package. Then they would know whose package it was. Well, would you look at that? Inside the package is a pair of sandals and a bunch of carrots.
And there's a letter which says, Dear Boris, here's a present for you and one for your good friend. Love, Mom.
Whose package was it? Did Mrs. Bunny send carrots to her son Boris and sandals for his good friend the bear? Or did Mrs. Bear send sandals to her son Boris and carrots for his good friend the bunny? It always remained a mystery. But instead of arguing, the bunny and bear realized that they had always thought of each other as good friends, and they decided that from now on, they would happily share everything. Their carrots, their sandals, and most especially, their names. You may applaud now. Oh, and could you help me take these puppets off? I never seem to do it right. Oh, look! Josh is almost asleep. Do you think we should sing him a lullaby so he'll really snooze out? Or do you want to play with him some more? Just tell me what you want, because I'm listening. Should we sing to him or play with him? Not sure? Well, you know me. I'm always in the mood for a lullaby. Oops. I almost woke him up. Maybe you can hold him and rock him, and I'll sing. And if you know the words, you can sing along. Close your eyes, sweet dreams more than it seems. Soon you'll discover a garden of dreams, a blossoming tapestry waits in the dark. Dreams of the flowers that bloom in your heart. Rose dreams forever, lightning, valentine. Violets are blue, 'cause they're sad all the time. Daisy dreams shine like the sun in the park. Dreams of the flowers that bloom in your heart. So dream and bloom, bloom and dream, and watch your garden grow. You will awaken with a smile, everyone will know. You've been to dreamland and Paradise, eager to share everything that you learn. Believing is really so hard. Dreams of the flowers that bloom in your heart. Dreams of the flowers that bloom in your heart. Look, he's sleeping. Lullabies always do the trick. Let's tell tuck him into his own bed so we can have some fun alone together. What a day! Isn't babysitting the most fun? I feel really proud of the fact that Mrs. Parker trusts us to sit for Josh together. Some people think that when two best friends get together, they'll be silly or careless or just not pay attention to the baby. But Mrs. Parker knows us. It's such a nice feeling to be trusted this way. Anyway, now that Josh is asleep, it's our private time with no grown-ups watching. So what do you want to do? I've got a couple of ideas, but I can't make up my mind. First of all, and totally important, is that my hair is driving me crazy. I don't know. It's just sort of the same all the time. Maybe you could help me figure out something to do with it. You're good with hair. My other idea is that we could dance, if you brought your radio along. I'm going kind of nuts from being in the house all day. Know what I mean? Of course, if you didn't bring your radio, that would kind of cramp our dancing style. But we could always hum or sing. So, what do you say? Do you want to fix my hair, or shall we dance? Can't decide? Okay, then I'll choose. Time to boogie. Did you bring your radio? Yes or no? I hope you're getting the radio because I am so much in the mood for some music. Turn on the radio and let's try to find our favorite songs. But keep it really soft so we don't wake up Josh. You know, almost every time I turn on the radio, the song I wanted to hear the most is playing right then. Does that ever happen to you? It's like magic, or my own special luck. Uh-oh, was that Josh crying? I guess the radio wasn't so lucky for us this time. Turn it off, and then let's check on Josh. Hey, I have a great idea. Since Josh is awake again, let's give him a bath. Since he drools so much in his sleep, we might as well get him cleaned up and put some fresh clothes on him. And Mrs. Parker will love that. That's a babysitting tip my mom gave me. She said there's nothing worse than coming home to a messy, sticky kid. She said it makes the mother feel like no one did anything nice for the baby while she was gone. So let's just set Joshy up on the counter near the sink and use a washcloth to sponge off the crumbs. Well, guess what? We're getting Josh all cleaned up just in time, because I just looked at the clock. Mrs. Parker will be home any minute. Listen, this has been just about the best babysitting day I've ever had, thanks to you. And I couldn't have done it without you. You're such a special friend. You and me, that's all that we need to make a good time better. My heart shines just like a rainbow whenever we're together. Come along, we'll sing our song each and every day. With a new best friend like you, I'm not afraid to say, together, we can make it happen. We can make it happen. Thanks again for babysitting with me. I've got to cool out for a few minutes now while my tape rewinds. Then we can be together again. Bye for now.
Oh, man. She was so much better in this one. Jeez, Manetti. Oh, I'm so relieved. Because, see, normally, guys, I only run her on the demo, the original Jill tapes. That's what I test with. So, I don't know. I was worried that she was going to be this way, or, you know, the way she was in episode 1 for the rest of the time that I owned her. And I was feeling absolutely rotten. I mean, I still don't know what happened, and I still feel terrible, but, I mean, it was either pull that tape out or let it spin out inside the cassette well, and I would have never gotten it out. Because unlike a traditional player where you can press down the play button just a little bit and then pull some tape out and then press and pull and press. I've recovered tons and tons of tapes that way. But Jill is a beast unto herself. For the first part, her tape head is all the way at the other end of her body, near her belly button. The tape is inserted in her back. Second of all, she has no traditional buttons to speak of, and I can't reach that little bitty switch, wherever it is, in her innards, that depresses when you stick a tape in and makes all the magic happen. So, for good or bad, I flipped. And, I don't know, But anyway, she did really good in this one, and I'm so happy. Good job, Miss Jill. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this second installment. It was very interesting, and she chose tracks that I've never heard before. I've never heard the story of the bunny and the bear, and it sounded like she was like turning her head. So I wonder if my Jill were working, if she would be lifting up her arms with each of these characters. That is so bloomin' cool. Okay, my bad, guys. I'm just a little ecstatic because she's sounding very close to the way she originally sounded. I don't know if it's the tape or the batteries, but anyway, whatever. I'm happy. I'm happy now. So anyway, I hope all of you enjoyed this video. As usual, like, subscribe, comment, click the notification bell so you will know whenever I upload new content. God bless, and I will see you in the next video. As I grope for the camera, sorry.